Hey Mike, hey Zebex John. How's everybody doing? How's your sky, Mike? Is it behaving itself? Are you still mowing lawns, Mike? I'm also kind of curious if you stayed with Homewatch at all or not. And you, of course, don't have to share that publicly if you don't want, but I would be curious. Meaningful and positive seeming dreams last night. I had a bunch of dreams last night. I woke up laughing. I tend to forget all my dreams immediately upon waking. But there was a part where Saki and the cat were both in the dream, and the cat had gotten her claw stuck to Saki's tail, I think. And the cat was just like somehow sitting, and you know how cats sit self-contained, they're just like in this perfect little cat-shaped thing. So Saki was somehow pulling her around, and the cat just barely even noticed what was going on. And for some reason in the dream, it was the funniest thing ever. So I woke up laughing. Or I woke myself up by laughing. That was pretty good. What kind of dreams did you have, Zebex? Do you remember them? You're in Portland? We're in Portland too. Dreamed about going to Roseburg, Oregon, but it was called something else. I'm in Portland in real life. I guess we have everyone from Portland in here, because Mike's here as well. Somehow the Portlandians all got together. What's up, Eli? They got me to sign a contract last night, but I crossed it with an all rights reserved and woke up. You signed a contract in your dream? That doesn't sound like great news. You don't even want to be signing contracts while you're awake. Let alone while you're sleeping. I don't know, that sounds a little risky. I may have Becky on Sunday. I invited her to come because she had a pretty powerful experience over this weekend. And we did too. We've got a lot going on as well. So I think it would be cool to have her on and kind of explain the breakthroughs that she's been making. She said she wants to, but she has to check with Toto first. So hopefully we can make that happen. And also Steven's going to be. You're also named Michael. You're also named Michael? Cool. Do you work? Are you working in the city? Or are you getting the unemployment money? It's all contract. Maybe. Probably. Whole Foods in Beaverton. Nice. So today's edition is question and answer, and I reserve the right to refuse to answer for certain questions. So you can either ask questions or you can give answers, and I'll try to supply the question, whichever you feel more inclined. Hey, first name, last name, what's up, buddy? We're having a Q&A session / draw things. The draw things was not planned, so it should turn out pretty cool. I wonder if I'm ever gonna find out first names, last names, first name or last name, and or. I think he gave me a hint at some point, but my memory doesn't retain these things. I just finished listening to Frelixin 8, I think was it called? PKD. Frelixins are pretty cool creatures. It got me curious as to whether there are any Frelixin type beings around here. And there probably are. So what happens in contract if one of the members gets their mind wiped or they simply forget? What about that? Have I ever read Paradise Lost? No. I guess that's the first question. Is it good? Is it dystopian, and is it about this realm, or is it supposedly fiction? I bet I could play Aurora's music without getting copyright strikes. Yeah. You guys down to listen to some Aurora music during this? Hey Derek. Long time no see, buddy. Where have you been? Okay, let's try to get some Aurora tunes. Now I know when I played Nigel's music, even though his channel is small and I don't think he's monetizing anything, still I got a copyright. It wasn't a strike. It's not like something that's bad, but they remove any of your ability to earn revenue and they say it's going to them. But pretty sure he doesn't have enough subs to monetize his channel anyway. And also he asked me to play the video. So it's like these scraper bots are going and meting out judgments without either party wanting it or being interested or anything. Very strange. Here we go. I already have Aurora's music up. Okay, let's see. Join hands and walk forward. This is how we talk in heaven. I wonder if I can just set them all to play. We'll just start with the first one. Let me know if the music is not too loud or if it's too quiet or if it's too loud. Please let me know. I kind of assume that this music will be a little bit of a mathematical version of music, since that's kind of how her art is. It's mathematics in visual form. So I kind of feel that's how her music will be. Is that volume okay? Where's my art? Where's your art? I still have your eraser actually. Somewhere in here. I'll sell my artwork at some point. I'll probably at some point open a Etsy shop alongside Andrea. Once we get our spot, we're gonna be making all kinds of crazy stuff. Is that my second question? Where's my art? Is that your question, Derek? I've answered one question so far. And that was whether or not I read Paradise Lost. And the answer was no. How many of you listened to Becky's video that she uploaded yesterday? So good so far. It's an epic poem about the fall of man / the war of Lucifer against God. I was meaning to talk to you about holistic breathing you were doing. What the heck was that about? It wasn't holistic breathing, it was holotropic breathwork. And yeah, we can chat about that. That was a pretty, it was very interesting overall. Actually, it had lasting effects because I do breathwork. I just spontaneously do breathwork all the time. As a centering principle or aid. Very good. So where is my art? I guess that's my second question from Derek. I assume that your art is probably inside of your house, unless your question is more of an accusation that I'm supposed to produce some art for you, in which case it's here, or it hasn't been produced yet because I haven't done it yet. Those are the most logical explanations I can give you. Oh, also, we're offering, or Andrea's offering, a free piece of her creation for anybody who donates $30 or more to our land acquisition fundraiser.
It wouldn't exactly be free if I have to do something.
It's not free, but it's
a gift.
It's a gift that you receive alongside of and as an extra thank you for your donation.
Yes.
And since I made that offer, or since we made that offer a couple days ago, we've had, I think, geez, we had a ton. We're at like $550 now over a couple days. A lot of my family donated. Aurora donated. A couple of people, so a girl from my high school donated, and an old chess friend donated. We had a whole bunch. Mm-hmm. It was very good. So Andrea's got her work cut out, and we're also, it's just energetically very very good for our move, because we were feeling a bit of blockage before, but at the same time that Becky came out with her video, and this was also the Lionsgate portal that we were talking about earlier, which I believe was Sunday. So energetically everything coincided to give a big push for us. And some other things came through as well. So we're within reach of taking some action. So take advantage of your opportunity to get something from Andrea. And during this crucial time of our lives, it will help bind in memory this exact experience if you get one of her creations during this time. You'll always remember, oh yeah, that was when Gary and Andrea were acquiring land, and I have a physical piece of it with me. You're starting to look kind of shaggy. Thank you. I'm hoping that's that thing. Yeah, like shaggy. from
Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo, yeah. I've been watching Scooby-Doo with my client. Getting lots of work done. It actually is lots of work. And it's not work because it's work because of other aspects. Know what I mean? Know what I mean, motherfuckers? You gotta put the emphasis on the ma. Motherfuckers. Keeping busy cutting plastic. It's better than cutting cheese.
Uh-huh.
Haha. We've been doing a lot of that, huh?
Speak for yourself.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Not this guy. I suppose so, yeah, it's been a while. Oh, we got the mod up in the house. What's up, Peter? That eraser started me carving all kinds of things. That's great. That's really good.
Tell him to carve some avocado pits.
Carve some avocado pits. If you just do one thing, just do one little creative thing that just kind of pulls you in, then it will start just growing on itself. And things that you never even thought were possible come into your experience. Just because you did the first part. How do G? Where are the other 3 beetles? If that means Andrea and the...
No, that means your hair.
Oh! Well, numerically speaking, that would fulfill us 3. But I guess this makes more sense. Were there 4 beetles?
Yes!
Nice.
Oh my god, I'm gonna slap you.
You're not gonna slap me. Not on camera. Only one girl ever threatened to slap me and actually did it, and I was not happy with her. Needless to say, she never slapped me again after that.
You know I don't actually slap you. I just pretend like I'm good.
Yeah, I know. I know, you have to say that for the camera. She scares me. The evil laugh, remember? You thought your vagina was relevant? You think this is real?
No, actually, I don't. And it's annoying.
It must still be in your head. Do I owe you a piece of artwork, Derek? I guess I do. Well, I haven't given what you call it? What's that guy's name? The Red Wolf guy?
Yeah.
What's his name? I forget everybody's name.
God, Gary. You name yourself.
What is his name? This should not be difficult. Could we listen to Kevin MacLeod's Carefree next? No, I can't play anything that will get me in trouble with the YouTube police. With the Naziums. We cannot do that. Kevin MacLeod's Carefree. We were going to swap art, and you said you first, and I sent you that eraser keychain thing that also had a question. Whoops. Or rather, a question was stated in the accompanying letter. We have been looking for land as well. It takes a lot of cash money. Oh, nice. Eli says, does Andrea have a sister?
3.
She has 3.
They're all married.
All married. It's like the only song that's not copyright. It's not copyright? Kevin MacLeod?
McLeod.
McLeod?
You better get some art going for that man.
That Derek man?
Yeah. Left him hanging for an entire year.
Sorry, Derek. I'll get you something. What was the question that accompanied it? What did you say? You said, I know you said checkmate. And I don't remember anything else. You said something about... Do you remember what it said?
I don't have a note, but it wasn't my mail. So. I'm not taking responsibility for that.
Played all over YouTube for free. It's referred to as the YouTube anthem. I think it's produced like Cloud. Huh. Is it even good? Like, is it worth listening to? What's up, Thomas? Welcome. This is Q&A time. We've had some fascinating questions, like, where's my art? And have you ever read Paradise Lost? It cheers me up every time. Okay, we'll give it a hunt after this song's over. How have you been, Thomas? Michelle, welcome. Welcome to the fun house. I was just imagining what it would look like if YouTube, you know, and all the big social platforms just started copywriting everything that had been done already. So if something could be produced with sound and words and whatever, if something has been recorded and someone else simply plays that recording again, then YouTube's like, copyright strike. And then tries to give money to the, like, whatever produced the original. What would that look like? Okay, I think that's the song, so I need to switch. Kevin MacLeod? Let's see. Okay, we're gonna pause. We're going to pause Aurora. Does Andrea have a mother? Yes, Andrea has a mother. It's an odd question.
Everybody.
I thought you said, where's my heart? Out walking with the stroller, so I'm sending questions telepathically. Okay, that's fun. That'll be fun. Kevin MacLeod? If it's a YouTube anthem, I guess that's what's going to have come up. Here you can preview new songs, hear me talking. Is this the guy? Am I gonna get in trouble for playing this guy? What's the song name? Composerish, You'll Get What You Deserve. Ice Flow. Cryptic Sorrow. Someone asked if Andrea has a sister, so I asked if she has a mother. I'll reserve judgment on that one. Where am I? Which one is it? Oh, here it is. Carefree? You're telling me I'm not going to get a strike on this? What? What do you say?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, are you reading my mind?
Yeah. Should I not play it?
I mean, probably will get a strike.
It's got 6.1 million views.
I'm probably going to give you a strike.
Andrea says she thinks it's going to give me a strike.
I don't know if you care about that.
I do care about that. I get $100 from YouTube every 5 months.
Oh, right.
It's like getting a birthday gift every 5 months. I try to forget about it, and then it's like, oh, yay. Got a couple dollars. It's all over YouTube for free. I know, but they're all for free. Everything is for free. Except you have to listen to ads. If you're not 100%, I'm not going to play it. If you can tell me 100% sure they're not going to give me a strike for playing this, then I'll play it. But if you can't do that, I will not. Plus, Aurora's music is perfect anyway.
Fantastic.
It says that on the song. Okay, I'm going to turn the volume down. I'm going to click on Carefree and see what it says.
Watch how we come to.
Yes, you can use this in your whatever. See my site for details. Serious question, Kevin. When you hear this song in every video, how does that make you feel? Okay, I guess I can play it. Alright, I'll play it. Blibbity bibbity. Look at who's on without having any noise.
I can't look at him. He's so annoying.
Liberty bibbity. Alright, Kevin McLeod. Thank you for the song recommendation. Do we have any more questions? Any more quest ions? I am 1000%. LOL. Took you long enough to say you're 1000% though. Usually if you're hesitating, that means there's some reticence.
Julian having a boy or girl?
I think it was a girl. I do believe. Actually, I think I guessed it. I telepathed. a telepath that it was a girl. I can hear Andrea Loves It by her sigh as the song started.
What sigh?
Apparently you emitted a sigh of love when the song started. How long is this song, by the way? I don't know if her sigh was of love or something else. Just because we like something doesn't mean everybody else likes it.
I just feel like I'm in a nursery.
It's kind of soothing. A little bit. I might be drawing COVID-19 here.
Don't do it. That sounds better. Sort of. This reminds me of the 90s gymnastics floor music options.
Yeah. Quantum of Conscious is up next in your video suggestions.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we have a legitimate question for the first time 20 minutes in. I met my husband on the internet in 1998. Early days of the net. Fate. How did you two meet?
On the internet.
Internet. We met in a net. Yeah, Andrew is a subscriber, right? How many subs did I have when you found the channel?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that.
You should know. It's important information.
I don't know.
Should.
Well, I don't. I'm sorry.
It was like what? Like
Well, I saw your very first video that I saw of yours, and I just saw the one you were being mad in your car.
uh-huh.
And then, like a year later, I saw you again, and then I started watching you.
So she saw me being mad about something, and she's like, eh.
No, I wasn't like, I was like, oh, he looks like he has some fire, but he's grumpy.
And then you're like, eh.
I wasn't like, eh.
You put me down.
I didn't.
Put me in the waste pile.
I did not.
And then
I actually showed you. No, I thought about showing you to Steven and being like, look, he's just as mad as you are. But I didn't do it.
nice. And then you came back to the channel a year later.
Yeah, you popped up somehow then.
So what was
I
the
didn't
reason that
search
you
for you.
what was the reason that you kept listening as opposed to the first time?
I think it was because I had listened to Og and you were talking about Og.
Okay. The Ogster. This is lively, but I think I might be going back to Aurora.
Would not be mad about that.
We're gonna go back to the Aurora. Thank you, first name, last name, though, for the suggestion. And hopefully I don't get any copyright strike.
It really does remind me of 90s floor music and gymnastics.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the options for like the lower level optional.
It's kind of like head bobbing music. It's like real lively.
Circusy, sort of.
Grumpy Gary.
Grumpy Gary.
He says there's a 3-hour version of Carefree custom made for Andrea.
What?
He said there's a 3-hour version of Carefree, which is that song we just listened to.
No.
Custom made for you.
I'll run away.
It sounded kind of like circus music, honestly.
Yeah, it sounds like circus music. Which is not bad.
Yeah. Better than Justin Bieber.
a girl?
The Bieber fever. I don't know. First name, last name. Are you a girl or are you a guy?
No. Not him.
Oh, my coming niece?
Yes.
A girl. Well, I think it's a girl.
You don't know. I don't even know if I'm making this up or not.
No, I think it is a girl. Because I just remember thinking, like, what would be the more unique or to have in that situation. It felt like girl was more unique for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Well, I'm making a pendant, but I don't know if it's for Julianne or not. But it might be. And if it is, I wanted to base it on her
Right.
coming child.
Right.
I'm doing like a little swing. You see? It's kind of like a little swing.
Nice.
And I'm gonna put stones on the swing.
Uh-huh.
And then each stone will have like a wish for her baby.
Aw.
That's my idea. It's not done. It's mid-process.
Let me see. Oh, that's really nice. I don't know if my eyes are good enough to actually see correctly.
You couldn't see my fairy. I'm still upset about it.
I know, you're never gonna let me look
I'm
at
not
them
really
down.
upset. It's just...
Partially?
It's just a little disappointed because I was so happy with it.
Sorry!
Sorry.
Sorry!
Careful.
That's the name of the song. What are you talking about? Are we talking in code here? I think it happens without me even trying.
We have to talk in code.
Because there's scary monsters out there. And we're tasty. I think. No, I gotta do it. I gotta finish gotta finish what I started. Do we have any more questions? Grumpy Gary. Not actually grumpy. Haven't watched Og from today. Yes, I did. And I believe that it was just an audio clip, not video.
Yeah, it was like a minute.
And I don't remember what he was talking about at all. Because it was kind of rambly. What was he talking about?
I didn't actually listen to it yet.
He was talking something about information. No, he was talking about how everyone is tied into multiple parallels and sort of other realities that are happening outside of the one that presents the singular present moment reality. And that he was just talking about how it can get confusing when you're having all of these extraneous realities mixing in with your current eyeball reality. I don't remember if there was much of a point, but he was just talking about the informational gradient. It was like a minute and 45 seconds, I think. Lucy. Michelle says, I think niece too. Yeah, see? We're working on our telepathy.
Very good.
Yeah, if you haven't listened to Becky's latest video, please do. It's very...
You'll feel better.
You will feel better. She just is like giggling in it. She's so excited about like what happened in her latest experience. It's very good. Like as far as big experiences go, it's like on par with the Geos going and into the pyramid and shutting down an aspect of the computer. Yeah, Becky Barron. Find the Light RB. That's her YouTube channel. It's all lowercase. Find the light, the letter R, the letter B. My question was about the actual mechanism of holotropic breathing. Like, take us through the process of how you do it. Okay, to start, before you do any holotropic breathwork, bear in mind that it's what Stan Groff terms a non-ordinary experience, which essentially means you're having a trip without taking substance. So if you're going to do this by yourself, well, if you're sort of unstable to begin with, or if you're prone to panic attacks or anything like that, I would say don't do it by yourself. If you feel like you're a very grounded individual, do it yourself. If not, have a trip sitter there, just like you're going to blast off with LSD or DMT or any of the even mushrooms. Make sure that you have a trip sitter. And the way that they started us off was they had everybody sitting on mats and pillows, even blankets. There was a whole bunch of people in there. There were like our breathwork session had probably 20 people, I would say, all in the same room. What was this one? And they just got music going. RB is for Rebecca Barron, I'm assuming. So they got music going, and you're just you're inhaling real far, like nearly as far as you can, and then exhaling. You're slowing down your breath, and you're also accentuating how much you're taking in and you're giving out. And so you're just moderating your breath. Set a cadence with your breath and just keep that up. While you're listening to music, preferably close your eyes, and you can even add some of the quicker breathing, like if you want to charge up the oxygenation that's happening, because essentially you're over oxygenating your brain, and at a certain point you can like go completely under, so to speak, and that's the whole point that there are trip sitters there, because literally within 5 minutes, some people even got in earlier, but within 5 minutes, people were like, one woman was like swimming around like she was a dolphin. One guy just burst into tears, like he was having like the most violent like cry that I've ever heard someone have, and this was like 5 minutes in, and he was just howling and sobbing, and he even got up. He got up and was like, that his sitter was kind of keeping him in place so he wouldn't go like stumble onto somebody else. Some people just, were laughing. Every single experience, every single like reaction that I could imagine was there. Nobody was being violent. I would say that's the one thing that wasn't there, but it was like everyone tapped into the subconscious, at least of themselves, if not the group. Because my trip sitter, whose name was Penny, who I'm still in contact with from time to time, she said she went up above the earth, and she was going out to the people of, who was it? It was a country, it was like a war-torn country. I forget the exact one. It was one of the Middle Eastern ones. And she was saying she was just going out and witnessing sort of the tragedy and suffering that was going on over there. And she said she went out past, like out of this matrix, out of the realm. She was... Oh, there was one girl that her dad had died like a year before. And during her session, she just went and she was hanging out with him. Just literally like kicking back, having a beer, like chatting about stuff. And it was very simple. There was nothing like out of the ordinary about it. And she didn't even realize that there was another aspect of herself that was like asleep and dreaming about her dad. Like that had just become like, she was like, oh. And then so when she so when the music was up and everyone was being called back, then she was just really sad because she had to go back to the reality where her dad was dead. And mine, I was pretty skeptical about it, but I went in with an open mind, and so I was doing the breath work, I was listening to the music, and at some point I got hit with the remembrance of what, the experiences that I've been through, all of the sort of quantum entanglements that I've been through that are excruciatingly painful and terrifying, when sort of the physical matter of your body interacting with the environment can get really fucked up. And I remembered sort of like the pain that can come with that. And I remember one of the ladies that was heading the experience, she came up. So I was not completely under, so to speak. I was halfway in the experience and halfway listening to the people around me, and I was like one foot in each world. But one of the leaders came up, and she got down next to me really slowly, like she didn't want to startle me, like she didn't want to scare me. And she just like got really close to my ear, and she said, "Gary, your hands, it looks like you have some severe, there's a word for it. What's the word? They're like tense, it's tense something. It's like where your muscles start seizing up." And she said, your hands look like they're really painful, right? And I didn't have any feeling in my hands. I hadn't even noticed that anything was going on. But apparently my hands are doing like this type of thing, like as if there was no circulation and they were trying to like seize up in a certain direction. And to start off, like, even the fact of her coming over and saying anything to me, it was very worrisome to me, because I was already hyper vigilant because of all of my experiences and the knowledge of how they can turn into nightmares really quickly and easily. So I was already like, oh God, what's she gonna say? Like, your hand's broken off, or your fingers are all dislocated, or something like that. That's where my mind was going. And she said, "Is it okay?" She asked, "Is it okay if I massage your hands?" And so I didn't open my eyes. I didn't even want to look at what my hands looked like. I just said yeah, and I kept doing my breath work. And a couple other people, a woman and a guy, some other people who were helping facilitate the breath work, they came over and they asked if they could help as well. So they ended up, there was a girl holding this hand and a guy holding this hand, and they started massaging them. And for some reason I started like doing this. I started moving my hands in circular motions while they were trying to bring warmth back into them and circulation. And I kept doing, and I was keying my movements off of their movements, so I was tapping into their feeling state as they were moving my hands. And like, at some point I just got hit with a super huge gratitude feeling, because I could feel that they were just there. They didn't know what the fuck was going on with me. They weren't like, oh, here I am, the master, and I see that this person needs. No, they were actually worried about me, and they just were trying to help in any way that they could. And when they saw what I wanted them to do, and then they saw me start crying, and I don't ever cry really. I mean, Andrea knows that. She's seen me cry like 3 times. So I started crying, and I had this thing on my face, and so I had just tears coming out underneath while we were still doing this. So we were like dancing in this circular motion, and then they started crying, and I couldn't tell that they were crying because I had the thing on my face. But it was really beautiful, because like, I was underneath in this experience. I was feeling love, like I was feeling lots of love from them, and also it was like we were dancing, and I was so far into the experience that it's like every movement splashes out. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's like if we're here in this experience, we're doing like one-dimensional things somehow, but our actual beings, every movement is like connected with a whole tapestry of other things and other people, and we've been blocked off from that here because it's like a prison realm. But I tapped into that a little bit, and it's like every movement, and since they were holding me essentially in safety, I could explore and dance with their feedback, and it was just like, it was like mind-blowing, but at the same time it was a safe environment. So they helped basically heal a lot of the terror that I had suppressed from the weed experiences, because I had gone through so many physical contortions and just horrific mind states during that they helped essentially heal. And it wasn't complete. I wasn't by any means fully healed from my experiences, but it was kind of like I was able to feel into the non-ordinary experience without just 100% defenses up, which was very good. And then after that experience, I never did another breathwork experience after that, because they were expensive. It was like $1,700, and I wanted to, but that's a lot of money, so I didn't end up doing another one of those. But what I did do is I started incorporating breathwork, the techniques that I learned there. I just started using that because this was the point in which I was like living in my car and doing Lyft and Uber in San Francisco, and since that whole experience was just strange, and like, you know, I was out there all by myself trying to make money, and you know, the breakup happened at some point in there, so it was kind of a chaotic like time for me anyway. And I started doing just breath work like daily. I would meditate myself through my day, because it gets you to this state of awareness where your normal state of mind, where you're walking around with all of the, I need this much money, and I need to do this, and I need to take care of that, I need to like fix that problem, that sort of mindset, which kind of shrouds us all the time. Just what it becomes absent if you're doing breath work all the time. Yeah.
I have to do the final resin coat, but at the stone sign.
Nice. That's great. She's gonna love it.
You think it should be for her?
Huh?
You think it should be for her?
Julianne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm not sure yet. But I like that idea of like little singing stones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great. Very good.
Oh, hi, sweetie. I didn't know you were there. Hey. Oh.
Describe what you felt or saw. It wasn't visuals, it was all feeling. I'm not like a... For the most part, I don't see visuals during these kinds of experiences. And it completely dilates time. So your time perception is completely out of sync or out of whack with whatever was your normal earlier perception. And you can also like get a head high and just totally zonk out if you're not careful. You gotta be careful when you're doing stuff like that. You're taking us in the grocery store? Oh no. Are you gonna be a renegade or are you gonna comply? And what grocery store? I'm curious. Is it like a Freddy or a Walmart? You've got a renegade heart, yeah. I don't know if it's worth the effort. I was a renegade for a while, but it's just like I just wait till election's over. Plus, we're gonna hop on some land and get out of Dodge. So we'll pull our food from the ground instead of having to pull it from the grocery store, which requires us to wear a mask for
That's gonna take some time.
political reasons. Yeah, I know. You know, just snap your fingers and the food comes out. Speaking of which, we have a ton of blackberries here. They're even lining the road, our road.
I saw that when I drove home the other day.
Yeah. They're all over Oregon.
All over.
Part of town. We're near downtown Portland. A little west of downtown Portland. So like when they shoot off flashbangs, we can hear it.
All night long.
All night. Unless it's our insane neighbor letting us know that our vaginas aren't relevant. What part of town are you? What's your name, Zeb? Oh, you said your name was Mike. Oh, my brain is retaining some things. This is nice. Every once in a while it retains stuff. Speaking of which, my brain also retained that I need to make my Facebook chess page today.
Did you do that?
Did I do that? I most certainly did not. You were supposed to remind me too.
I knew I was supposed to remind you of something, and I thought about it on the way home, and I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to remind you about.
That's okay.
Something.
I remember specifically saying if both of us try to remember it, maybe there's a chance that one of us remember it.
I remember that I was supposed to remember something. That counts.
You get an E for effort.
E.
Hey, B, I got your CD. You get an E for effort.
I'll give you an F.
Hey! Brought by St. Vincent's Hospital and the QFC on Barnes. I don't know if I have no clue where St. Vincent's is. Do you know where that is?
Nope. I don't even know what the hospital up the road is.
Yeah, we don't even know what the name of the deal up there. I don't even want to call them hospitals anymore. It's more like they're probably going to be re-education centers soon. Well, just as soon as you get a Facebook ban, they'll be like, all right, guys, you got your Facebook information, so we're going to have to send you over to the re-education center real quick, and it's for your safety. Yeah, and expect to be released 30 days.
Or never.
And so on. And remember, for your safety.
No, it's for grandma's safety, okay.
Really important to remember that it's for your safety. All of these things that we do, even if they're violent and if they end in your insanity or death, they are for your safety, okay? Just want to make sure that that point is clear. Is that clear with you? Hope that's clear.
Wow, it looks just like a penis from the
What? You making more penises?
From the side, it looks like a dick.
Nice. Juliana probably like that.
No, this is not for Julia.
Oh.
It's something else.
I'm telling you, this is a phallic realm.
No, I know.
The more dicks, the
I
better.
just don't want all the ones to look like dicks. Some
Okay.
of them. What is that growing out there? Those figs?
I don't know.
You see it? Up top?
Oh, yeah. Maybe. Go pick them and find out.
They're not ripe yet.
You can still take a picture with your phone and see if it identifies it. Your cheat codes.
Cheat codes can be useful.
Yeah. J's.
Ask them which would be better, North Carolina or Colorado?
Which is better, North Carolina or Colorado
To live.
to live?
Mountains of North Carolina or Colorado Springs?
Yeah. North Carolina mountains, which are called what? What are they called?
The mountains there?
Mm-hmm.
Or the area?
Mountains. Rockies?
No. The Rockies are in Colorado.
Aren't there Rockies in North Carolina
The
too?
Great Smokies are in North Carolina.
Okay.
And we have the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Okay. Barnes is what Burnside turns into if you're going up the hill west. Okay. What side are you on of that?
She's in East Portland.
I don't know if it's a she.
He or she. Oh, Michael? Mike?
Oh, Michael is a he. Yes.
He's probably in East Portland.
Are you in East Portland?
Or either Gresham, because
Or Gresham?
Burnside starts like pretty far.
Yeah, are you near Gresham? I'm in West. He says Colorado is supposed to be great though.
Yeah.
Colorado has lots of missing 411 activity.
Yeah, that's the only thing I know, like Denver and such is like a hub of fuckery.
Oh, really?
Yes. That's why I don't want to be in Denver. Have you seen that airport picture?
Oh, like all the people just the trafficking bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And other things like the
Mm-hmm.
If all that stuff is stopping, then everything.
If. Yeah, I haven't learned a whole bunch about where everything is here. Probably because we're not ending up staying here. We're not very impressed with the quality of consciousness overall of the people here. We thought it would be better. You know, being Portal Land and all. We had high hopes for Oregon. We had high hopes for Oregon, right?
Too high.
Too high.
So does the plan, please.
We set our expectations on that it would be magical and full of lovely, aware people.
The nature is magical. Everything's fucking shut down, so we can't even go.
Yeah, the nature is magical, but they COVIDed us like right after we moved here. It's pretty silly.
Look at that one.
Nice. She's making little jars. Oh, what do you call these?
Alchemist jars or spell bottles.
Alchemist jars, spell bottles. Got your pine cone. Feather. Some mossy things.
There's no sage.
Sage up in this one, so you got your little miniature sage bundle.
And stones, crystals.
Yeah, there's crystals up in there too. So those will be hitting the shop pretty soon, right?
One is in there already.
One's already in there?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll put some more on Friday when I have the day.
Mm-hmm. Portland is Zombie Town, yeah.
No doubt. Gross.
Mike, can you share any more information about yourself? Like age, some life circumstances. Not to be too personal, but that'd be interesting. Interesting? I'd be interested to hear a little more of your story. And how did you end up in Portland? 32. Nice. Moon Princess, you make me all puffy down there. I'd like to tame your blue vein swayback throbber. Wow, what does that mean? I think we attracted a troll.
A puffy troll?
Yeah. Someone's privates are throbbing like a heart.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I know what that's about.
Oh. Don't try to get me horny while I'm drawing a picture. Picture's gonna turn out funky. Oh God. Oh man, remember that?
Yeah.
Our neighbors are just like, what? Where did we... What happened last night? Do you remember that?
That girl upstairs started screaming.
We'll thank him for that at some point.
I already have, actually. He's the catalyst for us moving, largely.
It's like, bro, do you remember the role that you played in all that shit? Does the word irrelevant and vagina strike any... Does that spark any memories? Moon Princess. That's an interesting name. I haven't had a troll in literally like 3 years. Kind of excited if it's a genuine troll.
Might be a genuine pussy.
Might be a genuine pussy. That's pretty much what all trolls are, but just depends on which flavor. Dead Scream. We do have some trolls. Sometimes they rove in like a gaggle of 2 or 3.
Hey, let's go get this one.
I see a light over there. Let's go over there and get zapped. They're like bugs to a bug zapper. We'll see if Peter takes his role as moderator seriously or not. Peter? I know you're here. Do your magic. We finally have an active troll while you're on duty, Peter. This is your chance to shine. Patricia Arquette. Who's that? Roving gaggle of trolls. You call a triad of trolls. Was chess made by E.T.? Hey, what's up, Christian? I have not seen you around in a while. What have you been up to? I saw you made a Facebook post recently about how you were unhappy with your life decisions up till this point, and that you were going to make some amendments. Yeah, we all got amendments to make. Too bad trolls didn't do that. What if a troll was like, looked in the mirror one time and they're like, God, that wart is massive. I'm tired of being a troll. I don't want to make people cry anymore. I think I'll do something different today. Do trolls ever do that? Or is it like once a troll, always a troll? Like, you just must remain troll after the initial takeover. Like, once the thing gets your mind, you're like, I can't think anymore. And then you just expire like an old bottle of milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I stepped out for a while and missed trolling. You didn't quite miss it. They're still there. Unless Peter gave them the boot. Which Peter probably should have done. Being the mod. The guy's got plan. What does that mean? What does that mean, Peter? The trolls have a plan? I didn't think trolls planned that much. Like our experience with a bridge troll. Remember that experience?
I don't want to think about it.
Troll. Usually I'm just mean to them. I tell them that they're just gonna starve and I let them sizzle and whatnot. Maybe I shouldn't just be so harsh with trolls. Maybe some of them I should be like, alright troll, I'll feed you like a couple of kiblets. Hey kitty cat. Ow. Ow. We have the leanest trolls in the West. They survive on 1 kibble per week. It smells like Christmas. Oh, nice. Peter deleted a message. What? Thank you.
Boy.
Thank you, Peter. I'm so proud of you. I feel like I'm an official YouTuber. My mods are deleting trolls and everything. This is great. This is fantastic. Maybe they're part of the cloud that Becky released. Some of them snuck through. You guys were supposed to get transmuted and dissolved into light and love. Or into nothing, yeah. Go back to the central sun, or just dissolve completely. Back to void. 1,000 years of what?
Look in the mirror.
Yeah.
That's the best advice.
That's pretty good, actually.
One of my favorites.
All trolls have to look in the mirror for 1,000 years straight. Metaphorically, spiritually, physically, emotionally. So all of the trollish behavior that they've given out over the years, they see, fundamentally speaking, practically speaking, every insult that they ever threw at somebody else was actually describing their own selves. That's what happens with narcissists when they finally are ready to be reformed. Narcissists and narcissistas. Or if you were part of a narcissistic soul family group, you'd call them narcissistars. We know a few people like that, right? 32. Spent a long time living at home working as a musician. Girlfriend made me decide to get a regular job so we can move somewhere eventually. Working on matrix advancement so we can achieve privacy and independence of some kind. That's very good. 1.3 million people marched on the streets of Berlin against the lockdown and masks. I did hear about that, Peter. Yeah, I did. Costa Rica, permaculture, yoga, now getting into selling light therapy. Nice. Yeah, I saw that picture. I saw that picture, Christian. Is it like UV light therapy? Is it from, what'd you call it? What's his name? Chris Cross? Are you communicating with that guy? I know he was into the UV light therapy as well as the EMF shielding little business that he's running. Key role. Following orders. Yes. Are you fixing your shell? What shell? My snail shell? Been trying to get on board with him for a while and finally got some momentum with it. That's great. That's really good. I actually considered, I think I even floated the idea with him. I was saying I could operate a version of his business in California. And I don't remember why we never went forward with anything. But yeah, I was definitely considering it for a little bit. Have you talked with Og recently, Christian? What does the light do for you exactly? Is it something that you're feeling like in the moment? Or is it something that you'll benefit long term?
You're not asking me, right?
What?
You're not asking me about what?
No. Like a lighter?
No, because I use UV light in the resin, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, no. You remember Chris Cross?
No.
I think he was before you. I had him on the show a few times. He has a business that sells devices that essentially, like, you can buy like a Faraday cage for your iPhone if you're sensitive to EMF stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's like more practical use of tinfoil hats, but without the stigma.
Nice.
But he also does light therapy as well.
Oh, nice. The UV light that I use for that is interesting. When I put it on to cure the things, sometimes I can feel it magnetizing.
Nice.
There's something about that light that I don't really understand, but it does something different.
Yeah, right. Right. So how many of you are creating? Working on some art from time to time, or carving, playing music, working on getting your own self out of Dodge if you'd like to move. Like, how many of you are actually doing the things? Rather than just being a keyboard warrior of sorts. I mean, nothing against keyboard warriors, because everything has its place. Tesla plates is another one for EMFs. Nice. How many of you feel like you're satisfied with your current life as it sits, as it stands? How many of you are okay with your life, for the most part? Outside of sort of nonsense that appears on the screen. The AI creates, there are bot trolls as well, which you can, if you don't have a keen eye for it, they can trick you into thinking that they're human trolls. Weaponized bots definitely exist. Ron is very close to getting his teeth, and that's kind of like one of the anchors that's keeping us here, because we're getting ready to bust loose, but I want to make sure he actually gets them. So he is indeed well on his way. After this next appointment, we only have one more. I may end up, if we're not actually in Portland still, I may end up calling him and just reminding him on the day of the appointment, because it's been such a long, drawn-out, nonsensical thing that I want to make sure it doesn't end up for nothing. UVB can send vitamin D in the skin, easier for cold climates. Chris used UVB light to repigment his skin. Really? He had vitiligo and he repigmented? I never heard of that before. It's very interesting. Very interesting. He's one of the Jack Cruz fans, right? Dr. Jack Cruz. Did you ever find work that paid more than minimum wage, Christian? I remember you were feeling the crunch of the modern day slavery. I am a Gemini. Formerly Cancer, but I'm pretty sure I'm Gemini now. Do we have any other PKD fans in the house? That is not the one. This is the one. Oh, you cut your hair too, right, Chris? May go to Colorado. Sometimes depends on the jobs you find. You usually find construction. Yeah, we might end up getting in Colorado. We might end up in any state. I don't know where we're going. It's all up in the air. Who knows what the probability cloud holds. Who knows? So I guess her song doesn't go to the next one unless we're here. Oh, I think we've listened to like all of them. This one is called This is how we talk in heaven. If these are going chronologically, then we've listened to all of them. How long has this been going anyway? I don't know how long this has been going, but I'm kind of getting close to wrapping up this drawing, even though I don't know if you could say it's complete. It's kind of reasonably complete-ish, maybe. At any rate, I'm probably going to wrap it up. Does anybody else have any questions they'd like to ask me? This is supposed to be a Q&A session. Or answers that you want me to supply the question for. Aurora's music is pretty chill, yeah? You guys like it? What's up, Steve Johnson? It rains a lot in South Carolina. I personally don't really give a shit where we go. The main prerequisite for me is that we have a piece of land that's our own, as much as something can be called your own, and that we start off having some sort of camper or RV or even a van. We're just going to plop that on the land and just start building, you know? Start building. That's where this ship is headed for now. And like I told Andrea, if the cities need to burn, we're going to watch from the sideline rather than directly from the center of it. Because you all know, if you try to watch something with your nose too close to it, you can't make out the details. I think this picture might be done. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe, maybe. Hey, China Mrs. Jones. I'm checking with you guys to say hello. I finally got to see you live. Well, hello. What's your name? I always have people saying that every single time I live stream. Someone leaves in the messages, oh my goodness, I missed you again. So, I'm glad that you got to hop on. And also, I'm going to put my creation here up if someone wants to purchase or if someone wants to donate, whichever. I won't give it away for free because I am going to move into basically selling my creative output as long as our shitty economic system remains. So if anybody would like this here creation that I'm working on, you just call it out. Just call her right out. You'll have a psychedelic piece of Gary's mind, which is probably somewhat valuable. And also, if you would like to support us through the GoFundMe, at this current time, if you do donate $30 at least, then you will get one of Andrea's Freya's tiers. And I'll show you guys her website again real quick before I peace out of here. Because her work is... her stuff is so good. She doesn't even know how good her stuff is. Her stuff is amazing. So yeah, if you donate $30 to our acquiring land project, she will send you a phrase tier. We've already had, I think, 8 to 10 people take advantage of that offer over the last couple days when we first offered it. I was already asking her if she wanted me to stop to pull back on the offer because it takes her a long time to make these things. Like, it takes her, she puts at least probably an hour of work into them, and then she says it takes an hour to an hour and a half just to list them, which is insane, but she's a perfectionist. She is a perfectionista. So that's that. I'll even sign this one. Give him a psychedelic purple and pink shell. Maybe a little bit of green. Good night, Peter. Thank you for moderating. Thank you for giving the boot to those trolls. They didn't even put up a fight at all. Thank you, Christian. Good night, good night. Happy creating land coming your way, yep. Land is coming my way. Here's my doodles for the day. What is it? I don't know. Let me know if you want it. If you want it, I'll give you my PayPal or Venmo, and you can throw some ducats my way, and I'll get it off to you. You want to say hi to the kitty cat? Kitty got a flea collar today, so she's not super happy about that. You want to say hi? Want to say hello? Hi. She's not happy at all about her flea collar. You're not so happy about that, huh, kitty cat? So that's that. So before I take off, I'm gonna show y'all the links again. And if you can't donate, if you don't want to donate, then it would be cool if you could share the link to the fundraiser. Of course, any sharing or donated are appreciated. So this is the GoFundMe. I just wanted to shout out the people who have donated so far. And we set it on 5,000, and we're at 475. So we have my sister donating 25. Thank you, Sharon. Caesar is my chest friend. He donated 25. I believe in Gary's vision and wish he and his family well. Angela Corchado donated 100. This is a former classmate, high school. Hope you and Andrea find peace and happiness. Praying your dreams come true. God called me to donate this, so all thanks goes to him. Much love. Thank you, Angela. This is my sister, donated $50. Thanks, Becky. Aurora donated 25. Thank you, Aurora. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Jillian. These are my brother and sister, 50 and 100. Ann Callahan from Ireland, I believe, donated 40. Thank you, Ann. Jonathan Moss, another sub, donated 25. Thank you, Jonathan. Helen donated 10. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Susie. And thank you, Jennifer. Susie donated 20. Jennifer donated 5. So I started this, as you can see, almost a month ago. And I got some donations immediately. And then I didn't share this with anybody till a couple days ago, and then I shared with a lot of people, and a lot of people donated. So to everyone who watches this, whether you donate or not, you know I love you. But if you could donate, that would be great. But if you can't donate, if you can share, that would be awesome. So you just go to this, click share with your peeps, because when we get our own land, it's going to completely change the channel experience for you guys as subs. Completely is going to change it. And I know that this earth itself is going through changes. The earth is going through changes. We are also helping usher in new earth. So there's the GoFundMe. I put it in the comments. And let me show you Andrea's Etsy real quick. Just so you know what you'll be getting if you donate 30 or more. 22 sales. She's been doing amazing. So she's got the Alchemist bottle, which I just showed you one of them. That's sort of a new addition to the collection. Fistfuls of Sage. She made this little fairy. Oh, I can see the fairy now. These are her legs, huh? And she's got like a dress on. I see her now. Or no, the fairy's looking this way. Maybe I still don't see it. It looks kind of like a rabbit too. See the ears, the head, the legs? She would probably get mad at me if I told her that was a rabbit though. Like, her stuff is so amazing. It really is. It blows my mind. It's so much intricacy while being, and then just the presentation, it's amazing. It's amazing. So you're going to get one of these if you donate $30, and they're like $30 anyway, so this is what you would get. You would get one of these, a phrase tier. Not necessarily exactly that one, but something like that. So that's that. That's what's going on with us. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. And the heck? Where did my YouTube go? Did I get off of it somehow? That's all for now. Thanks for hanging out, people. I'll see you next time. Peace. Peace. Look at this.
That's what it's for.
Mm-hmm. 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 Did you watch the Everything You Need to Know About Portland that JP did? Oh, I don't need to end it like this. I just stop OBS. Okay. Alright, people. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, whichever part of the realm you're in.